Arsenal fans, be excited. Listen, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Make sure you like the video. Let's get 1,000 likes, man. Come on, people. Dedication. We're doing more videos. We're doing more interactive, content. International break. It's boring. So we thought, you know what? Let me chop up a video. I want to discuss different rivals, different teams, and whatnot. And yeah, man. Hope you lot enjoy the content. But yeah, Arsenal fans, be excited. That is the title of the video today. And what we're going to discuss is Arsenal have a very, very interesting kind of finale. End towards the season. They're top of the league in the Premier League, and they've got a quarterfinals against Bayern Munich. Not the same Bayern Munich, but still Bayern Munich, who should be respected, who must be respected, and will cause Arsenal major, major issues. But I can't lie to you. If you're an Arsenal fan right now, why shouldn't you be excited? Why shouldn't you be hopeful of a special end towards the season? I'm not going to say you're going to do the double. I'm not saying Arsenal are going to collect two trophies here. But what I will say is, yeah, if you're an Arsenal fan right now, the belief, the feeling right now, the options, the kind of hope that you have now towards the end of the season, it can crumble. You know what I mean? It can crumble. And Arteta and the history of Arsenal, especially the past couple of years, it can end in a sour taste here. But you know what? When you look at what Arsenal have done this season and the relentless kind of momentum they built and the football they played, I said it for me time and time again this season. I look at Arsenal and I think, you know what? At the start of the season, I questioned whether the football was different towards last season because I was like, last season the football was amazing. Arsenal playing unbelievable football. Okay, it crashed towards the end, but for large parts of it, they were scoring goals. It was the old Arsene Wenger kind of type where they played unbelievable. The football was zipping around. It was a joy to watch. They thought at the start of the season when they started Thomas Partey at right back and they dropped Gabriel and they were playing this mismatch kind of, formation. You look to yourself, are Arsenal being efficient now? Is that the game plan this season? Or were they just warming up? And you know what? Funny enough, they were just warming up. Personnel came in, Havertz stepped up. He's now obviously become one of the Arsenal main man now, chipping in with big goals. You know what I mean? And I looked at Arsenal and I'm like, they're now playing the best football in the league. When you actually deep it, Arsenal Football Club are playing the best football in the league. They deserve to be top. Yeah, it's goal difference and whatnot, but they deserve to be top of the league. You know what I mean? Let's be honest with you. You know, um, scoring goals for fun. The goals are getting distributed across the team now. It's not just one or two players that are getting it. Everyone's chipping in with goals now. Jesus has been out injured. Can he add towards a push here? Thomas Partey is back from injury. Timber coming around the corner. So when you look at Arsenal's trajectory in the Premier League, it is very, very good. They've got massive games coming up. Massive, massive. That one against Man City is a big, big one. I stress you not, man. I kid you not. That one is a big, big game. Win that game, and the belief is there because Man City have got to go to Tottenham. You know what I mean? They've got to play Tottenham. They've got to play Villa. They've got some. Yeah, I want to say tricky games, but with Arsenal, I think they've got to go to Man United. They've got to play Chelsea at home. Come on, man, Chelsea. Yeah, with all due respect in 2024. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it'll be a difficult game. I think they'll brush them aside. But you can see if they can win that game against Man City, that will open up a bundle of hope and opportunities, and they'll rise to it. You know what I mean? And like I said, in the Champions League, on the other hand, though, that's where I'm like, I'm not saying Arsenal have not got nothing to lose here, and I hope they don't go far. But if they do get past Bayern Munich here, and they do face Real Madrid and Man City next round, you know what I'm saying? I always said it with Arsenal, yeah. These draws, man, you know what I mean? You just never know what can happen, man. Someone could get suspended, someone could get an injury. You know what I mean? You could be, I don't know, in that time, building momentum, So it's one of them. With the Champions League, you've seen it with Inter Milan. The way they just build momentum, keep having that momentum, the way they were playing football last year, it was amazing. So I look at Man City and Real Madrid, whoever they face. If Arsenal do go through, then you don't want to be playing Arsenal as well because they can cause you problems. You know what I mean? As much as, like I said to you, Arsenal won't be the favourites, you don't want to be playing Arsenal right now. So You know what I mean? Who would have thought this predicament would be happening? Arsenal in the quarterfinals, first time in how many years? And then also Arsenal top with 10 games to go. You know what I mean? If they can build that momentum and build that belief, you know what I mean? Like I said, to Saliba's now available. You know what I mean? That they didn't have last year. You know, I think Partey was he injured towards the end. Saka fell off towards the end. You know, they had a lot of situations and listen, excuses or not, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to, you know what I mean, make excuses for them or justification as to why they bottled the league. But there's now more advantages for them now, more than ever. Has Arteta now understood what the Premier League's about even more now? Can he also hold his bottle as well? Because the lack of in-game management last season, I called it out last season. His lack of in-game management, substitutions, you know what I mean, late substitutions, just awful sometimes team management, players being maybe overplayed or whatnot, no team rotation, you know, when he needed to. You know, these kind of things here need to be assessed in that regard. So is he learned from the mistakes as well? You know what I mean? Have the players now grown in that momentum and that mentality now that before that they didn't have? You know, these are another thing that the players also gain another year's experience of obviously being in a title race. And when I like I said to you, when I look at Liverpool, they're still around there. You know what I mean? Man United will hopefully, you know what I mean, try and knock them off their perch. Man City, I don't know them. You know, it's in Man City, they'll always be there because they just know how to do it. Three in a row. You know what I mean? It's not by luck, is it? Let's be honest with you. But Arsenal, like I said, man, it is a very, very exciting end to the season. You know what I mean? And like I said, if you're a fan right now, you know what I mean, and you're doubtful and you're et cetera, then I understand that and I hear it. But I also think, you know what, man? What an opportunity to go win the first title in 20 years. You know what I mean? We're on our 11th year as a United fan, but 20 years must be a long time, man. You know, people moan at people like Lee Gunner and that, and he's been demanding trophies for years. I get it. It might not be the right messenger, but he's been demanding trophies for years. Arsenal should always be a team that, when I grew up anyway, they've always been in title races. When I grew up, they've always been, you know what I mean, winning titles of such nature. You know what I mean? And right now, no titles in 4 years. If they go empty-handed, boy, the inquest is Arteta the man for the job? Are these players good enough? Are these players have they got the mentality? You know what I mean? Can they do it? Do you have to just almost say, you know what? It ain't good enough anymore. You know what? We have to have a full clear out. You know what I mean? These are the questions that are gonna have to be answered, people. So it ain't easy, but you know what I mean? As I kind of wrap up the video, on one hand, Arsenal, I don't want them to do well in the Champions League, and I hope they fail. But on the other hand, you know, the Premier League, I do want them to win it because obviously Liverpool and Man City are there. Man City could win 4 in a row, something that's never been done before, and then Liverpool could win the 20th title, something that Man United have and Liverpool don't. So let's see, let's see. But Arsenal fans, let me know in the comments below what you feeling right now. How are you not feeling? Are you feeling nervous? Are you feeling confident? But yeah, Arsenal fans, be excited. It's a message I would say to you. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you soon, guys.